Hey everybody, Donald with Top of Automotive, and this video is more upgrades to the shop. Stay tuned. Howdy there YouTube, welcome back to my channel. As always, like my videos, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I appreciate it all. Oh, let's get right into the upgrade. As you can see, as everybody knows by now, at least everybody should, the Harbor Freight jack stands have been a massive recall. So my particular jack stands were not in the recall number, but my guy down there at Harbor Freight said come on in, he'll give me a full refund on them. And so I did that, no troubles. Guy hooked me up. And so I was been looking around the internet, didn't know what to get, just hunting around, and I decided to O'Reilly's had these ACDelco 4-ton jack stands. It's an upgrade from the 3 tons. It still has the ratcheting type situation, but they've had no issues with these. The guy at O'Reilly's was I dealt with him a few times, was straight up with me. He's got a couple pair of these himself and hasn't had any issues with them in the last 5 years. So they had one, had to wait for today to go in the morning to pick up the second one. I wanted 4, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger and got them anyway. And this one particularly, it lists from 14 inches to 21 inches. I would recommend never go to the full extent. At least drop it down one notch anyway. So let me get one of these unboxed. Well, I got one unboxed, so let me get the camera reset and show you what they look like. Stay tuned. So what you get in the box is 2 jack stands, 4 tons in this case. What I noticed first off, let's get into, you get your paperwork, questions, damage, you get all your information there, instruction booklet, all the normal mumbo jumbos there. First thing I noticed different from my Harbor Freight, I don't know if this is going to be a game changer or not, the release handle sets up higher. My Harbor Freight ones were more down closer, so less likely to put a foot under there for a kid rolling ball or something underneath there if it's that much on an edge. But that's a noticeable difference. They seem to lock down pretty good. Pull out one of these posts, and definitely looks, I'd say they're a little bit, just a touch deeper than the jack stands that I had from Harbor Freight, but my jack stands was not in the recall list. So I can't give it a real good comparison. I think this is the problem they were having. One of the issues. These were not set deep enough. There's that. And the casting for the paw, you're really not going to be able to see this, I'm sure. But the casting of the paw was either, they're saying it's either at an angle, it's not set deep enough. But let me check this one here out and see if we get any different. No, they're pretty close level that way if I look at the paw casting. So that's on that one. I don't know. They said I went to 4 tons instead of the 3 tons. And my jack supposedly only left 3 tons, so this here is a ton over what's recommended by my jack. And I think the issue with the Harbor Freight jack stands is the lightweight, putting a lightweight vehicle, being able to, being able to lift it like that, that's just my hand. So, that's just my hand, and it's barely a tap. But if you put something, heavy, 3,000 pounds, on this, you're not going to be able, I can't. I'm going to have to demonstrate that somehow in a future video, but ACDelco 4 tons, gonna give them a try out. No issues with them, as you can tell. Still, with just a lightweight, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna demonstrate that. So stay tuned. They're good jack stands, but stay tuned. Hey guys, give me a minute here. Like I said, hopefully you can see this. Safety first. Don't do this at home, shop, or wherever. Be smart. I do have the jack under there. 2 jack stands. This one's safety backup in case things happen, go south. But it's up 1 click as far as I can get it on this particular application. So I feel safe doing this. I'm far enough away. I said I got 3 catch items under here, so as you've seen, I just gave it a tap with my hand on the bench and it collapsed. So there is a theory about that. Lighter weight, you got to make sure you have I guess a good amount of weight on these things when you're underneath a vehicle. But that's not, that's not budging. I'm hitting it harder than what I did on the bench. So for funs of it, it's got me old rubber mallet here. Give it see, even that, I mean, I'm not doing a full force, but you're not going to bump your foot any harder than that. A ball, that did move a little bit, but that's two-handed with a mallet. And that's not, even though the release bar did move a little bit doing it that way, but that's with all the weight on it. So I feel safe with these jack stands. Like I said, you're under here, you got your full weight of the vehicle, then you'll be safe with these ACDelco 4-ton jack stands. Like I said, for entertainment purposes only. Be safe. Don't do as I do. Just make smart decisions. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Alrighty, stay tuned. Alright, everybody. It's hot, let me tell you. That's why I do stuff in the morning before 11 o'clock, 11:30. I can be done with everything. Take the afternoon off. Sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do, right? But that's the ACDelco 4-ton jack stands. Got them from O'Reilly's. They're listed at $63. You can go order them online, ship to your home for 15% less. I got a better deal. I got 20% off. So do what you gotta do. Check them out. Do your own test if you like, but be safe doing it. Don't recommend it. Strictly entertainment purposes only. So be safe. And I'll feel safe using these jack stands from ACDelco. And yeah, with that, I appreciate your views, your suggestions. As always, stay safe out there, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.